Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Bethany. Here on my channel I create cooking, cleaning, and lifestyle videos. So if that is something that interests you, I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button and join my YouTube family. And if you are over on Instagram, connect with me over there. I post a lot in my stories, and I also post on my timeline when a new video is uploaded. So it would be great and lovely if you would join me over there. Today's video is going to be lots of laundry motivation and a laundry chat. So I'm going to get some laundry started in the washer and then put some laundry in the dryer, and then we will get to the laundry chat portion of this video. I hope y'all will enjoy and fold along with me or wash along with me or just watch for some motivation. So this is the huge pile of laundry we are working with, so we are going to get to tackling that now. So this is a different kind of video for me. Usually I do voiceovers instead of fold laundry with you guys, but I wanted to fold laundry with you guys today because I asked you guys to submit questions to me of things you were curious about, so I figured I would do a Q&A type laundry video. You guys can fold laundry with me or just watch to see if your question is answered, or however you want to go about that. So the first question I'm going to start with is, do we want more kids? At this point in life, we do not. We have a 5-month-old baby boy and an 18-month-old baby girl. We are in no hurry to have other kids. We don't think we want any more kids, just because we want to do vacations and things like that with our kids, and you know, it's easier when you only have just a few. And you know, as a young girl and a teenager, my dream was always to have 2 kids, and my husband was the same. So we're pretty happy with the 2 that we have. Now if it's God's plan for us to have another one, you know, that's the case, that's up to him, but as of right now, our plan is to not have any more kids. Another question I got is, what plant do I want next? Y'all know I have a plant problem. I have 20 houseplants right now. There's a few in mind that I do want to get, however, I don't know when that's going to be. That might be a while from now. Dealing with 20 is hard on its own. But the next few plants I want is, I want a Cebu Blue Pothos. I would like a Pearls and Jade Pothos. I really want a Syngonium Elbow, but I know that those are a little bit more harder to care for, so I would definitely want to make sure I have more of like an indoor greenhouse for if and when I was to ever get that plant. So those are probably the 3 plants that I definitely want next, and if you can hear my son in the background, he's playing in his bouncy. But yeah, that's pretty much the only plants that I want right now. If I came across something in the store that I really loved, you know, I would want to pick that up, but for now it's not really on my wish list, and I'm busy caring for the plants that I have, so I don't think I'm going to add any anytime soon. Another question I had gotten is, do we plan on staying in this mobile home forever, or what is our plan in the future? And actually, we have been looking at houses. Nothing has came on the market that has struck our interest or tickled our fancy per se, but we are looking. Our original plan was to stay in this mobile home for quite some time, but to move it onto some property. But we kind of decided against that, and you know, we're just probably going to sell this and you know, find a home when the time is right. But we are looking at houses, so it might be sooner than later, and it might not be. You never know, but if the right one pops up on the market, we will definitely show some interest in that and see where it could go from there. Another question I had gotten was, what are my favorite hobbies? So I like to craft. I in the past have liked to redo furniture. I get a lot of comments on our kitchen table, and to most people's surprise, my husband and I actually made this kitchen table a couple weeks before we moved into this home. So I like to redo furniture, I like to craft. My main hobby right now is, of course, my houseplants. There's only one here in the background, but there's one hanging right here, there's one hanging up there. I got my plant shelf, y'all know all about that. Oh, I guess you can see the one that's right there too, but there's some up on top of the cupboards. But my main hobby right now is YouTube and taking care of my houseplants. I actually started YouTube as a fun creative outlet for just, you know, being a stay-at-home mom. You know, you need a creative outlet that you can do within your home, especially with two little ones and, you know, the virus going on in the world. It's hard to leave home, and it's hard to leave home with two kids anyway. So YouTube and houseplants have really given me something to care for. You know, obviously I care for my kids and I enjoy that, but something that's just mine. And you know, YouTube has definitely been a good creative outlet for me. So those are my hobbies at the moment. The next question is, how long have my husband and I been together? We have been together going on 6 years. Yep, going on 6 years, married for almost 2. We got married in June of 2019. So we have been married almost 2 years. A lot of people ask us how we met, and believe it or not, we met through MMA fights. It's a crazy situation, but we originally met through the MMA fights, but what we didn't know is after talking to each other on our first date, we found out that when I was 10 years old and he was 16, we were in the same karate class. So technically we met when I was 10 in karate class. However, I was 10 and he was 16, so we didn't remember at the time. But it's just a cool thing to say that we met in karate class. But we originally met because of MMA fights. So that was really cool. Another question I get is, it's a kind of a weird question, but do we get all 4 seasons where I live? Yes, we do. I am in Michigan, and we definitely get all 4 seasons. We experience crazy winters, we experience mild summers. I wouldn't say they're hot, but they're mild. Compared to some of you, I know Texas, Arizona, Florida, places like that are probably much more hot than up here, but we get high humidity. So we have experienced mild summers, but nothing substantial. But we definitely get our springs. We definitely get winter. We had about 3 feet of snow total this year, so that was interesting to deal with. But you know, that's what comes when you live in a northern state. Another question I got is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And in 5 years, I hope that we will have a home, that we'll be able to move, which that, you know, one of my first questions answered that. We are currently looking, but if something pops up, so be it. If not, we're content here for a little while. But definitely see ourselves in a home, probably with some land. I want some land. I grew up on a farm, and my husband grew up on a houseboat, and you know, we both just love the outdoors. So we want to do something and have some land, and you know, be able to give our kids a good space to play and run and just experience life. So hopefully that'll be in the future for us in 5 years. That would be a really awesome thing. And I also hope that, you know, I started YouTube as a hobby, but we all know with time coming in YouTube, you know, things can happen, and you know, you can make money on YouTube, and if that's something that happens for me, that would be really awesome. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna keep doing it, you know, just because it is a great creative outlet for me, and it is something that I do love to do. So I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what, but if it did turn into a job for me where I could help out my family and help support my family, that would be amazing to me. But the next question is, what made me want to be a stay-at-home mom instead of a working mom? And fortunately, you know, my husband is a good provider and I am able to be a stay-at-home mom. But the price of daycare is outrageous. Before I had my daughter, I was working at a credit union here in our state. And I loved that job. I've thought about going back to it. I've been offered to go back, but being a stay-at-home mom is what works for us right now. I get to be with our kids. We do want to homeschool our kids, so it's just nice that I get to be home with them and, you know, interact with them. And I just think it's really important that, you know, moms are an active part of the children's lives. Of course, dads too, but most dads work, and, you know, a lot of moms are stay-at-home moms, so you know, I just think that's really important. But it was something my husband and I talked about, and you know, we were able to make that happen. So you know, we just wanted to we wanted to have me be a stay-at-home mom, and it's worked out really well. And you know, it's good for the kids, but it's nice for me to although I do have my days where I do wanna work again, but you know, I'll work when my kids are, you know, a little bit older, maybe when they go to school, which we do want to homeschool. I just mentioned that, but if and when, you know, that time comes when we're homeschooling, grandmas, you know, will be able to help too. And so, you know, if I could do a part-time something when they're a little bit older, that would be nice. But you know, we'll see where the future takes us as far as that. And then another question was, what is my favorite season, since we do experience all 4 seasons here in Michigan. And it's kind of a toss-up for me. I love spring and fall. I like winter because I like Christmas time, but once Christmas is over, the snow can go. I don't even want to deal with it anymore. But spring and fall definitely are my favorite. I like fall because the colors are beautiful, and that's the time where you get to go apple picking and you get to go to the farmers markets. And you know, I grew up on a farm, so fall to me is like harvest season, and I just love it. It brings me back to my childhood. But spring is so beautiful because everything comes to life, and flowers are blooming and trees are blooming, and it's so beautiful to watch all of that happen and watch nature unfold. So spring and fall are definitely my favorite. Summer sometimes gets too hot for me, and I'm not a big summer fan. That's why I don't live in Florida, and that's why I don't live in a warmer state, because I think our summers here are hot enough. I have traveled to Florida before, and it was miserable. For any of you that live in Florida, kudos to you for living down there. It's crazy hot, too hot for me. I'm gonna keep my butt here in Michigan because it's just too much. So, I forgot my next question. I had remembered most of them until now. So I'm gonna look up the questions I had saved. I remembered most of them. So a question was, how old am I and how old is my husband? I am 26. My husband is 33. I will be 27 here very soon. So we are about 7 years difference in age. You know, so I don't think that's too far apart, but it was definitely interesting when we met each other. And we met when I was 20, and I believe he had just turned 28. I was on my way to turning 21. And so when we had reconnected through the MMA fights and all of that, it was just interesting to share our ages. And I thought for sure he was definitely going to be uninterested for how much younger than him I was, but it all worked out in its best interest, and you know, it's been good so far. That's been but that was all the questions I had. So I'm gonna end the chat here, and then I'm just gonna fold the rest of this laundry really fast for you guys and let you enjoy the laundry motivation. If you have any other questions you want to know, leave them in the comments below. I have no problem being honest with you guys and getting to know you guys. You guys get to know me. We're all friends here, and I love to meet other mama friends. So yeah, if you have any more comments, leave them in the comments below. Or any more questions, leave them in the comments below. So now I'm just going to fold the rest of this laundry. I think total I had about 7 loads of laundry that needed to be done. I just shoved them all into, you know, like 1 or 2 baskets. But I had a lot to get done, and I really enjoyed chatting with you guys and getting to answer your guys' questions. So let me know if you like that kind of video, if you like including laundry chat instead of just a whole bunch of laundry being folded super fast, because I would love to chat with you guys more and answer more of your questions. So if you ever have questions, feel free to leave them on Instagram or leave them in the comments. I would love to get to know you guys more, and I would love for you guys to get to know me more. But I would really love it if you made it this far in the video. Let me know 5 facts about yourself that you know, you're willing to share, just because I do really want to get to know you guys, and I just love interacting with you guys. So here we're just gonna finish up some more laundry, get some stuff put in the dryer, and then that will be it for today's video. Just wanted to pop back in and say I appreciate you guys watching so much. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some motivation to get some laundry done in your home, and I hope you enjoyed the chat. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that you hit that red subscribe button and consider joining my YouTube family. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.